Good day, friends. Good day, family. Good day, colleagues. Siyabulisa nasebantwaneni. Greetings to the children as well. Welcome back to Awareness Talks with Monica. Today we will be tackling issues on how to cope and coping strategies relating to substance abuse. One of the coping strategies on substance abuse that can be discussed today is the issue of finding help. Once you find out that there is somebody in our family that is having a problem of substance abuse, the most important thing is to seek help. How do you seek help? You go to the office next to you where there are social workers, where they can assist you to if perhaps the situation is beyond control, because when the situation is beyond control, it is when someone is hooked up with drugs and unable to live without, then that means that particular person now is already addicted, because addiction is very, very, very bad and it is a very serious issue. Because when somebody is addicted, there are so many things that she can destroy. The first thing that she can destroy is his career in life. Because when a person is hooked in drugs, the only thing that comes into mind, where can I get the next fix for the next morning? So that means you need to get assistance as much as possible. So that means if we can take Department of Social Development, you go there, there are social workers that are trained to assist you, to provide therapeutic counseling. And also when you are there, please indicate that I would like my family member to get at least therapeutic counseling. When you get therapeutic counseling, and also to be placed in an institution where he or she will receive treatment, which is now rehabilitation centers. Because when a person is in a rehabilitation center, it is better, or it is easy for that person to access any kind of a help, because in the institution there are trained psychologists, there are doctors, there are nurses, there are social workers. Each and every one plays a particular role or a different role in making sure that the problems that are identified, they can be tackled. So that means if a person in the Eastern Cape, we do have an institution, a treatment center at Ernest Malchus for the children. I think they take children up to 18 years old, not older than 18 years old. There are also institutions for adults. Ernest Malchus is in Port Elizabeth, in New Brighton, I think. And then also there are places like Institution Fort England in Grahamstown for adults, because they are also assisted there. The reason why I am saying this, it is because some people will sit at home and wonder about, I'm sitting at home with this problem and I don't know where to get help. There are places that you can get help. You must seek help as much as possible, because when you seek help, it will also safeguard you as a family. So also there are psychologists that you can go to, and also there are private social workers. If perhaps you have a problem like myself, you can check up on me, check how I can assist and all those things, because we also believe in community-based rehabilitation, because there is what we call community-based rehabilitation. Because if somebody is taken to the treatment center, that means for that particular period, the person will be away, and then there will be no drugs that are accessible to him or her. And then that means the person will be clean for that particular. I'm not regarding the treatment centers or the rehabilitation centers, but I am trying to be real that sometimes people go out there, and then for that particular moment or that particular period, they will be clean. And then after some time, when they get back to the community, that is where the problem starts, the craving starts, and also the people that the person was surrounded with, they are utilizing drugs and alcohol and all those things. But when we encourage community-based rehabilitation, it is when we emphasize to the particular person that if you are having a problem, learn to work with it whilst you are in the community. Because when you learn to work with it when you are in the community, it is when you are able to get over it, because the drugs are there, the peer pressure is there, the people that you're surrounding with are there, and you will be able to cope. And then we will provide coping mechanism, because coping mechanism are very important. How do you cope with the peer pressure? Those are the important things that you deal with when you get into these problems. So in a nutshell, what I am trying to say is that seek help. Don't sit at home when you are having a problem. Try as much as possible, because when a child or a particular person at home, a family member, is utilizing drugs, some people, like I said in my first video, the part one of it, that they utilize it only because they are under pressure. They are some of them, they are experiencing peer pressure. Some of them, they are things that they don't know how to deal with them in their lives. Some kids are experiencing bullying at school and all those things. Then they think that when they are getting into drugs and alcohol, the only thing that gives them comfort is substance abuse. So now when they are into substance abuse, they tend to use it excessively, because they try to not to remember about the issues that they are experiencing on the day-to-day basis. Therapeutic counseling, it assists, because it is when you identify what are those areas or what are the challenges that you are experiencing on the day-to-day basis. We need to analyze them, highlight them, and say, this is the particular problem that I'm experiencing every day. And then somebody that will be providing a counseling will then be able to assist you in those angles, because if you don't identify the problems, and then you're gonna sit with the problem for the rest of your life, instead of getting help, because you might find out that the problem that the person is experiencing is a minor problem. It's just that when it comes to that person, is a big problem, because the person doesn't know how to tackle this kind of a problem. So my motivation today is that try to seek help. Talk about the things that you are experiencing. I know sometimes we don't want to talk to our siblings, we don't want to talk to our families, to our friends, because we have a fear that we might be judged, or people will talk about our problems, and that is true. That is why you need to get professional help. When you get professional help, the person that will be assisting you will be telling you, or will be informing you about confidentiality, that whatever that you have spoke about, it will remain between the two of you. So that means in life, you won't be in that scenario where whatever that you have talked about, somebody else will say it to the person next to him or to herself. So what I'm trying to say to you today is that try to get as much as possible help. Talk about it, open up, but with a professional. Seek professional help, because if you don't seek professional help, you will stay with the problem for the rest of your life. Like we know, there are so many things that become a problem, like the accidents that we see out there is caused by excessive use of substance abuse. The gender-based violence that we see out there, it is caused by the excessive use of gender-based violence. Everything that we see in our society that is immoral, it is mainly caused by excessive use. Yes, we can argue and say some people use it and then they don't have, but the majority rate, when we look at the stats in South Africa, most of the things, the social ills that we see almost on the day-to-day basis, it is caused by substance abuse. So therefore, when we tackle the issues of substance abuse and address it directly, then that is where we get help. So what I'm trying to say today, seek help, identify the problem where it occurs, get somebody, get a professional help. When you get a professional help, you will be able to understand, this is where I am struggling, and that is when you will get a solution. So in a nutshell, don't sit at home with a family member experiencing challenges. Don't sit at home when yourself is experiencing a challenge. Talk about it, seek assistance, so that we can try to minimize as many as possible the challenges that we are experiencing, the social ills that we are experiencing. Because if you go to the police station, when you try to analyze the problems that are always reported there, you will find out that the person will be telling you, when I committed this type of a crime, I was under the influence of substances. When I've murdered someone, I was under the influence of substances. When I got into the car crash, I was under the influence of substances. So let us try as much as possible not to be in that state or scenario where we are not sober. I understand that some people are using substances, but not excessively. But what I'm trying to say today, or to you today, is that let us try as much as possible to safeguard our land, because if we safeguard our land, we will have a society where we are sure that the future of the generation that is coming at least is at good hand, because the manner in which we have acted and the manner in which we have done things are good, because we are paving a way. Because some people don't even understand that kids at home, they model each and everything that is done by the parent. So think about it. If you are a parent and now you are utilizing substances and you use it excessively in a manner that is not controllable, what about the child that is at home? Because the child that is at home will copy what you are doing. Yes, we won't run away to the fact that there are those kids that are doing things that they did not even see at home. But the primary factor is that things that are done in the community also play a huge role in somebody's behavior. So what I'm trying to say is that if we are doing things at home, then that means somewhere, somehow, somebody else, or a particular child in somebody's neighbor will be copying what you are doing. So let us try as much as possible to act responsible and do everything we can in our power to safeguard our land and be responsible citizens, so that the future generation will copy us what we are doing, because we know exactly what we are doing. Thank you very much, friends and family. I hope that you are blessed and you are enjoying the videos. May the Lord bless you.